Okay, I'm going to help out today. Welcome to the Poets Garden podcast. I'm Geordie.
I'm James. Yeah.
This is James. So
we're doing an intro again here. The only difference with this one is that I really feel like playing Call of Duty. So the match is starting. So, Geordie, you want to take over this intro for a bit? Yeah.
Hey, man, today we had...
Geordie, which loadout should I use?
Kind of doing something here, bud.
I want the...
So we've got a few distractions going on in the studio
we use
here
loadout
today.
2, because I have the overkill card on that one, which means I have 2 primary weapons. Okay, yeah, go.
Have you ever worked with somebody that you could just... Anyways.
Love this level.
Joel Brown and his brother came by.
Let's go, bitches.
Had a session.
Let's do this shit.
It was pretty cool.
Fuck yeah!
It was a nice it was a nice day. It was kind of a barefoot blue jean kind of day.
Okay, you know what? Let's do an intro. Okay, I'm done.
We're not doing.
I'm not going to do Call of Duty. We're going to do a proper intro. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Le Poets Garden podcast. That's my bilingual. Well, we want to attract listeners from all over the world, right?
Okay.
So whatever language that was.
It was English, James.
Oh, okay. Right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Poets Garden podcast. Again, Geordie, why are we still doing this?
Because Joel Brown came by.
That's right. Joel Brown did come by with his brother, Scottie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a fun time. These guys are super chill. The most chill people you have ever chilled with.
Chill.
Very chill. Yeah.
Chill like ice.
Oh, yeah, we even kept the lighting like super low. It was our lowest lighting ever. And it was actually really cool. It created a good ambiance.
I like his storytelling kind of way of singing.
Yeah, that's what I like about Joel's music. He's a great storyteller. He played a song that he wrote about an experience that he had. And it's a really cool story song. So check out the performance at the end of this episode. Guys will dig it. Also, just search Joel Brown, and you'll find a song called TikTok, and it's a really cool song. This is from before he had lost his voice, because there's a story that he tells about how he lost his voice. But it's still a great song, so make sure you check that out. If you guys like Donovan Frankenred or Jack Johnson, that style, it's a great feel-good vibe song, so check it out. Yeah, he's a really great person. He's just a really good, genuine person, man. So yeah, really, really cool to have him here and get to know him a bit. Make sure you check out this episode.
Bada bing.
Bada bing. Yeah. How are you doing, Geordie? Pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah? How's your iron doing at home? Is your iron still working?
Oh, it's not working.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I should have said. What? Come on. Oh, come on. Whatever. Those are the wrinkles, Geordie. Oh, now you're all paranoid about it.
It is wrinkly.
Dude.
Fucker.
Whatever. Out of all the shit I've said to you, the one you take to heart. So my shirt's all wrinkly, man. Yeah, the Last Waltz, eh?
The Last Waltz.
What a great show.
That's deep. That's a loaded thing to say right there.
We could just talk about that for the whole time, probably, eh?
Oh, God, yes.
How does it make you feel that I don't know about it?
Don't know about it?
No.
Yeah.
What?
I've never seen it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Do you know
So Robbie
who
Robertson.
Robert Robertson is?
Yeah, that's
Canadian legend.
yeah. And what's funny is that he wrote all those songs about like a lot of American history, even though he was, he wrote so many amazing songs, but a lot of them were about American history. And it's like some of the best actually songs ever written, like, Night They Drove Out Dixie Down.
Yeah.
That like some of those songs.
You know that one. You must know that.
The night they drove old Dixie down. And all the bells are
Ringing.
ringing.
Exactly.
No?
Nope.
What about
Something. Nope.
Shape I'm
Don't
In?
know it. Yeah.
what about Shape I'm In?
Is it Take a Load Off Fanny?
Yeah.
Annie.
Annie.
Well,
Annie.
it's
Annie.
Annie, because
Okay.
it's about a horse.
Oh, not Annie Oakley or something.
No, it's,
Or Annie Lennox.
no, it's not Annie.
Off Annie
It's,
Lennox. Yeah. Sweet dreams are made of Annie Lennox.
Grow some hair, Annie Lennox. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, that.
Okay, so it's about a horse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's about.
It sounds
Wait, what
like
are we
I don't
talking
want to watch the movie at all now. Like
It's not even a movie. It's a live concert with interviews in between with the band. And then they do like studio versions of their songs live with other artists. Like
And
the
it
song,
says,
Wait. They
Take a
do it.
load off.
Yeah, they do it with
Take a
the
load of
Staples, like
me.
a gospel
I
group.
know that song, but yeah.
But they also
Yeah.
like the Last Waltz like they were on the road for 16 years, right? And that was their last hurrah type thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they had a concert to end all concerts, and they had a bunch of friends come and join them, like Eric Clapton and Neil Young and
Waters,
Yeah,
like,
Muddy
and the
was in there.
Staples, right?
Staples.
And
yeah.
Oh, man. yeah.
What year was this?
I think that was in the 70s.
No.
I think
really?
it was 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, the end.
78 or
Yeah,
something, 79?
yeah. I mean, the tour was in the 60s.
Right.
But it lasted 16 years.
So it started in the 50s?
no.
No.
Well, no,
60s.
they actually the band started
okay.
in the 50s. They were the first when Bob Dylan electrified himself. The band. So Robbie Robertson, all these guys, they were the ones who were the band, the electrified band.
Okay.
Yeah, so then
Wow.
so they weren't even playing like their own stuff at that time. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was
They weren't
Bob Dylan
writing.
that- yeah.
I mean, he must have been writing as
Oh.
as a songwriter. He must any songwriter is always writing.
yeah.
So Bob Dylan wrote the songs and Eric Clapton made a super band to play them?
Not quite.
No.
No, that's not what we're
sorry,
talking
guys.
about. No.
I'm trying here. I'm trying, man.
No, anyway, but no, it is a great watch. I actually have the vinyl down there too. I have it on vinyl. So, but anyway, yeah. So usually we do some sort of like intro type bullshit that other podcasts do. So, hey there, I'm James.
Majority still. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. And this is the Postcard Podcast again. We're still at it. Today we have a very special guest. Actually, let's make that we have very special guests today.
Plural.
We have Mr. Joel Brown here and his brother, Mr. Scottie Brown. Welcome.
Cool.
Thank you.
Nice to have you guys here.
for
How
having
are you guys feeling?
Oh, we're feeling absolutely wonderful.
Yeah?
Oh, good.
Who's doing all those sounds? Oh, I got to take that out.
Okay.
Great. More work. No,
Does it hurt you, James? Does it hurt you?
yeah, so Joel, I had the opportunity to come out and hear you play live there at Silverbrook. You were playing, and you did that amazing cover of Ophelia, which I
Right.
told you about. Yeah, just your bluesy voice, man. Like the way you were playing it too, like you kind of slowed it down. It was just so epic, man.
Excellent.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so welcome here. I was just wondering if you maybe wanted to just give the listeners a little story about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just started kind of inventing myself back into the world of music.
Yeah.
I lost my voice a couple years ago. It was pretty devastating.
Right. Yeah.
And so I've
How'd you lose your voice?
I had at birth I had open heart surgery, and it paralyzed my vocal cord.
Right. Yeah.
Right, so that I've loved singing, for ages, but once that started to die, it started to kind of just drift off.
Yeah.
And then thankfully, there was a opportunity for me to get it back through surgery and a lot of practice and trying to get it back. So I slowly got it back over the last year.
Yeah.
So I've just kind of reintroduced how I can, get the songs I used to sing back
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Wow.
So I've had to relearn a lot of things, and
Yeah.
but it's I'm thankful that it's
Yeah.
Joel has always had.
Mm-hmm.
Joel has always had this really raspy voice, and that is because when he very first was born, he tore out his. They had a cord or whatever it's called, like a breathing thing.
Oh,
In
like
him.
a breathing tube?
Yeah, a tube.
oh yes, yeah, I had a breathing tube, and
he
it got pulled
it
out
on
by
his
my
own.
little.
No, you pulled it out on your own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I pulled it out on my as a baby,
Oh, wow. So
and that's what nicked
So
the cord and
Joel
realized it.
has this raspy.
Paralyze your vocal cords.
Yeah,
It did.
I did it on
yeah,
my own.
Yeah.
He did it on his own.
Yeah.
Totally on purpose.
Oh, yeah,
As
absolutely.
a baby, you were angsty.
Yeah, Brent Adams can do it. I can do it too.
yeah.
Okay.
Wow. No,
Anyways,
that's crazy.
Just to reinforce that.
Yeah. Oh, that's quite the story, man. That I can't imagine how challenging that must have been for you. Like,
Oh, I mean, I wasn't not sure of how challenging it was because I was just a baby, but now.
oh, sorry. Yeah, no, sorry. Sorry, when you actually lost your voice is what I heard you. But yeah, no,
How did it feel?
but you were crying a lot.
I wouldn't stop crying. My mom was she was beside herself.
So when did you get your voice? Like when did you could you could still talk and stuff like as a kid? Or?
Yeah, I could talk. It was really raspy. Even as like at 4 years old, I sounded like a 80-year-old black man. Like it was.
Yeah.
But
Earl Jones.
But so did you get into music like from taking lessons or anything like that, or was it just something you just started singing along to?
no, yeah, just writing. I think like as an outlet.
Stole my guitar.
Some difficulties in our
All
lives.
right, close, man. You got stuff to say. It's okay. Let's go.
Joel stole my guitar.
Oh, what?
This is true.
We got that on
This is
record.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's how it started.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. No, Scott definitely taught me guitar. That was how how everything started.
Also
Yeah,
stole
the
my
first song he taught me was "Smoke on the Water,"
Oh yeah.
and then
Sweet.
and then what was it? It was Leonard Skinner tune. I'm drawing a blank here.
Skinner tune.
It was a Skinner tune. Sweet
guarantee
Home
you.
Alabama.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that was that
Sweet.
was the first song Scott taught me,
Sick. Yeah.
and
The one Kid Rock ripped off.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, pretty much everyone's ripped it.
Well, no, he really ripped it off. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway.
True. Very true.
sorry.
Yeah. So that's how it all started, eh?
How much older are you than him?
5,
5 years?
I
Okay.
think.
Oh yeah.
How much older am I than you?
4.5, I guess.
4.5. I
Sometimes
guess.
5.
Don't forget that half.
Sometimes 5.
Sometimes 5. Yeah.
Sometimes.
If it's a leap year, it changes that dynamic a little. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what kind of music were you playing? Like Christian music or like?
Yeah. All yeah.
Yeah. No.
Creed, mainly just Creed.
Creed.
No.
Yeah. Sweet.
Oh shit! Yeah, everybody loves Creed, or
Yeah.
used to love Creed.
I can't take
gotta-
you higher.
There's definitely a new.
No, you were into blues, right? Why am I dicking around? You were into the blues kind
I
of.
know you said that. I was like,
Let's
go to church.
I showed Joel about all these old blues players because that's what I loved. I loved the old blues players.
Yeah. Who's your number one pick? Stevie Ray Vaughan.
No,
No,
that's
not
not. I mean, yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan is amazing.
Well, you're thinking like more classic stuff.
Way more, way older.
Like Elvis?
No.
RJ,
What's it?
Robert Johnson.
No, that's too old. That's,
Albert King.
Yeah, I love the Kings. I love the Kings.
Baby.
All three of
Yeah.
the Kings.
Who
Dewey
doesn't?
Cox.
Who doesn't love the
Dewey
Kings?
Cox for sure.
Yeah.
You leave me my monkey.
What about Fats Waller? No, you like Fats Waller?
I don't even know who that
He's
is.
from like 1920s. Yeah.
Who is it? Who's Fats Waller?
I don't know, but
How do I not?
I
know
have a bit of it
Fats-
downloaded on my Spotify, and he has that one song called "Meat and Potatoes." Yeah. He was like,
All that meat and no potatoes.
yeah. Anyway,
I gotcha.
so Joel, when did you say start writing songs? Like, what was the? Age.
Yeah, I guess like at about 17, yeah, I started, I guess it was just an outlet, you know.
Yeah.
It started as poetry, just
Oh, cool. Yeah.
just writing poems. Scott would actually proofread some of these poems and give me most times he would just give me shit about them, but if he remembers that. But you know, some of them cut me down pretty deep. But no, it was just yeah, it was a lot of poetry. And then and then when I kind of got pushed into singing a bit, then it was like the poetry got into motion.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And that was songwriting was born. And
Cool. Yeah.
you know, that's been my outlet ever since, you know, whether it's, you know, depression or any sort of hardships in my life. Like that's
Mhm.
you know, my mom always says, you know, why do you have to write such beautiful songs when you're in the dumps,
Right.
you know? And it's like, well, mom, that's when I need it the most.
Yeah. Exactly.
know?
Right. And most of the best songs out there have all come from places of despair. And yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So with that, like, say you are feeling down and like you write a song, and like maybe the song might even be a sad song to express how you're feeling. Like when you come back and listen to that later on, like say once you're feeling better, like do you listen back to that song and like does it actually make you happy because it was like such a perfect expression of how you felt, you know? Like,
Oh, that's a great question. I like the that's a great observation, I should say. Like so like there I feel like there's a time lapse that happens. Like you have this song that you love,
Mhm.
that got you through this dark like space, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and David Gilmour said you know, what, like if you asked David Gilmour what's your favorite song, he would say the next one. Yeah, it's because those songs don't really last in that sense for yourself. It's because that outlet needs to keep. It's like
right. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah. I when I write something I'm really proud of, I'll pace around the room and be like, holy shit, that's so good. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
so pumped about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And only within a week it could take that like that long, and I could be like, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Totally, man.
it's really not that great.
Yeah. That's the hardest part, eh? Like,
Yeah,
because that initial feeling that you get, like when you're like, yeah, like this is fucking gold, like that is probably how the listeners are gonna hear it.
yeah,
Then you start the self-critical cycle, right? And then it, I don't know, like for me anyway, sorry, from my own experience, it was like that too. Like I'd get super jazzed about something, and then I would be like, okay, I gotta do this with it. I gotta do this, and this. Because like same deal, I would feel like there's something missing or something lacking. Like, oh, it's not that good. So then I'd try and overcompensate with all these other things.
absolutely.
And I'd get it completely away from the original idea in some cases. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I always do this. But anyway, yeah.
That makes sense. Bro. So you're still on.
We should have our own conversation while those two are talking.
I know. I
Very-
was kind of
Oh, look at us.
No,
We have good things to say.
Over there.
I'm messing.
Yeah, no, yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But
Sorry.
that was good. That was good shit.
Let's take a little break, okay?
Yeah, like usually. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, let's take a little break here,
Okay.
and then we'll hear from our sponsor, the Penny Coffee Shop.
Oh, who is it?
Answer.
I like that.
Sponsor.
Oh,
There you go.
James here. I'm outside the Penny again. Gonna make another ad today. Unfortunately, I gotta film this one by myself because apparently I embarrass people that come along and film for me. I don't know what that's about. Let's do this. Wow, look at this place. It's so cool. Hey, how's it going? Thank you. I just grew it. It's a pretty cool place. It's my first time in here. Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing. You guys got really good merch. Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Some guy on the street was like handing out these business cards from a podcast, and then he told me to come in here. He said you guys have the greatest like gluten-free brownies. So
Yeah, we have
yeah,
one right there.
perfect. I'll try one of those. That'd be great. Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of a weirdo, but I don't know. Don't know what he's trying to do. Perfect. Thank you so much for the brownie. All right, let's go. See ya. Did it. Did it again. Don't need you, Geordie. Oh, man. That was close.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Oh, hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, man, it's going great.
Yeah, that was a cool ad we heard from the Penny Coffee Shop, eh? That place
yeah,
is so
I like
cool.
that place.
Very cool.
I love that.
They're
Very cool.
gluten-free brownies.
Oh, love it. Love it.
And the staff are just wonderful.
They are.
You know, and they just they're helpers.
they are
real
very
helpers,
hospitable.
you know?
Yeah, I always feel welcome.
I actually just want a coffee right now.
Do you? I have coffee.
Yeah.
Do you want me to make you a coffee?
If it's from,
Oh no, it's not
The Penny.
Penny.
oh, well, then I don't want it.
Okay, yeah, that's like me too.
And,
I know, right?
You know,
Fuck
So,
all other
Keurig
coffees.
I just won't have it.
This is great promo for them. eh? They're gonna love it. Fuck all other coffee except for the Penny coffee. That should be their slogan.
That's
Oh, good shit.
So,
Oh, sorry. I just realized usually we have a segment where Geordie asks a really dry question
okay.
to the guest.
Let's go.
So it's usually something that's designed to kind of kill the mood.
I can tell it's
So-
Jordy's pretty pumped about
he's
it.
getting he's getting all amped up about
So, like,
I
this.
do not have something ready to go. So
Like, you know, those times where like we all got good energy. We're all like, yeah, like everything's awesome. Then Geordie asks something. It's like a Debbie Downer kind of moment.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what we're.
yeah.
What
right,
do you got,
Nelly.
Geordie?
All right, Nelly.
Pants or shorts?
What?
Oh,
Is that for
always shorts. Yeah.
Always shorts.
Yeah, always shorts.
Winter?
Even in
Shorts in
the
the
winter,
Yeah.
usually shorts.
Cool, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Well,
clearly-
that's it for
Clearly,
the segment.
That's it. Yeah.
Shit. That didn't last long, eh?
Oddly enough, I'm with you. Shorts are great. For some reason, I'm wearing pants today. It's weird.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, I still feel weird about mine.
I'm all out of sorts in my pants.
All out of shorts or all out of shorts?
Oh, shit. Oh, look at that.
Son.
Oh.
I gotta be in English. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
So what would you say your main influences are?
Ooh,
That's no joke.
I mean, that's heavily blues influenced everything that I do.
Yeah.
Because when I, growing up, my parents were always spinning the blues records.
Sweet. Yeah.
And Scott can vouch for that. That the
that Scott was
my dad
vouching for-
and my mom were the coolest of the coolest.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And we're lucky in that sense. Like
Sweet.
we got the best of the best as far as what was spinning at the Brown residence.
Yeah.
It was always pretty blues heavy.
Cool. Yeah.
So I guess that's where I get my influence when it comes to the 90s. I'm a huge grunge fan.
Oh, yeah.
Alice in Chains, and probably one of my favorite bands, and
Cool. Yeah.
and Soundgarden and Pearl Jam.
Oh, yeah.
Those are those are my faves.
Sweet. Yeah.
So I don't know where that comes out, but I mean, you know, it starts off with the blues and it comes out with the grunge and somewhere in between you get some Joel Brown.
Yeah. That's sick.
Like when you were playing that slide on
Yeah.
your Instagram there or whatever. That was cool.
Yeah,
I forget what song that was now.
slide is that's my baby. I love playing slide.
Joel may not remember, but
Coming at you.
I gave him his first slide. I
Oh,
told him
yes,
to
yes.
play
Started
slide
it off.
and said,
Nice.
"Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're here, do this."
Yeah, Scott did. Yeah, he gave me the first the first bottleneck slide and said, "Hey, like, you should
Well, it
probably
was a
figure this out."
bottleneck.
Yeah. Did you grow up here, like in Aldergrove there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We
No,
grew up in Aldergrove, born in Kingston,
there you go.
Oh.
Ontario.
born in Southern Ontario,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and learned to swim by getting chucked by my dad off the deck into Lake Ontario.
Yeah.
And
That's awesome.
yeah,
It's the best way to learn.
yeah, exactly.
Like as a baby.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
pretty much.
full on.
I was,
Learn.
I was 1.5. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of those videos where they just chuck the baby in the pool and it always floats up and they just start.
The baby always floats up.
Yeah, they figure it out.
Yeah.
It's like it's a natural thing, right? They want to survive.
Well, I've
so
seen
they
a
just-
couple news stories that
I
say
mean,
they don't
obviously you
always
want to
Yeah,
get
you don't
to the
always float.
top.
Yeah.
Maybe I was a bit vague in my generalization. Throwing babies into pools.
Yeah.
Maybe don't do that.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Every time.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we've covered drowning babies. What else do we got?
Yeah, I mean, so I was gonna talk about a little bit about the song, Lewis.
Yeah.
Lewis?
So this song,
Walt Whitman?
it's a song that I hold dearly to my heart. So I was up at Scott. Like Scott and I don't really see each other enough, you know. But when I do see Scott, it's always like
Well, it's
pretty
right
intense.
music.
you know, yeah, it's always music. And anyway, I was coming off of seeing Scott.
Yeah.
And I was coming home, and instead of taking the long journey home, I decided to just pop into the pub.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you know what, I'll catch a pint, and I was hanging out in there, and this guy comes over. I mean, I looked pretty rough, and I was feeling pretty rough, but I wasn't as depressed as maybe he thought I was.
Right. Yeah.
But this guy came over, and he gave me all these insights, and some of them were just incredible. Like this guy, that he actually really he really touched my soul. Like this guy.
Yeah.
So I thought about what this guy said, and I headed on home, and I made the long haul home. When I got home, my mother, I had this chalkboard on my bedroom wall.
Mm-hmm.
She would always put these quotes on the bedroom wall. So when I got home, she put the quote that was when I got home, she the quote that was on there that said, "You're never too old to set another goal or dream another dream."
Yeah.
And it just lined up so much with what this whole experience. Like it was just it's way too serendipitous.
Yeah.
And so I went in and I started writing this song. The quote was by C.S. Lewis.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I named that was right then and there that guy that gave me all that insight was named Lewis at that point.
Oh, well, yeah.
And I went in to write this song, and nothing has flown ever faster than this song.
Cool.
It just came out. Like it was like in a half hour I had this song Lewis.
Yeah.
And it was just I love it. Like I still love this song. I love singing it. And it means a lot, you know, like you know, the chorus it really resonates with a lot of people.
Very cool. Yeah.
And so, you know, I phoned Scott after I wrote the song, and it was like, hey, you know, like this happened, and he was like, yeah, the Purge Pub will do that, you know, and he's like, he's like, God
I'll
damn,
do
you
into
know?
a pub.
Wise older brother. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, Scott's always, whenever there's anything to be had about any words of wisdom or anything I need, Scott's always the one. He's a very wise older brother.
Very cool. Yeah.
Very. It's easy to phone and say, hey, what am I doing wrong here, or what am I doing right here? Scott seems to always have the answer.
Sick. Yeah. That's great to have. Yeah.
You're like a sage. A wise
On
old
occasion.
wizard,
Yeah.
you know?
No, sometimes.
I don't know what that means. What? Sage?
A sage.
I don't know.
Yeah,
what
like
that means.
so.
It's like a wizard.
I'm like,
Like
a
a-
wizard.
Oh.
Yeah.
a
Oh, cool. Sorry. I was homeschooled. I don't know. And
What does that have to do?
I don't know. That's just my excuse for everything.
Fair enough.
Well, that's awesome, man. So it sounds like it's a pretty positive song, eh? Like,
Yeah, no, I think it's a really positive song. It's the you know, the chorus. I think people can just you know, resonate with it and you know, think about it. Like, you know, you're never too old to set another goal or dream another dream.
exactly.
It's never too late, man. You just got to keep going.
Yeah,
That's rad.
that is rad, man. That's awesome. As you're saying that, I'm kind of reliving, like, you know, before I started this and where I was, and you know, one
Amen.
thing that got me through it was like, hey, I've got this thing going on now, right? And I haven't even started yet. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna just quit, or are you gonna see it through, right? Like, and yeah, so that's definitely something that got in my head too. Was like, hey, like I'm not too old, you know, like I can still start something new right here. And,
Amen.
yeah. So
And you know what? You know, it's and like you can do all that. Like you can do so much. Like just starting fresh, but also it's like it's never too late to lend a hand. Like the more you give, the more you get, and then we've all seen that. Like, you know, just like you're doing, just like this opportunity for me to speak on this mic right now. It's appreciated, man. And
well, thank
you
you.
know,
Yeah,
the more you give, the more you get. I mean, the Beatles said it best.
Yeah.
It's you know,
I sure did. You know, and honestly, man, like I feel so blessed to have you here, and you know all the people that have come through here. Like I say, it's been a life-changing experience for me. Just so many great people, man. Not even just the music aspect, right? But maybe it's something to do with just all of us creative types. Like people that play music are just naturally good. I mean, sorry, I'm not saying I'm a good
You're right,
person,
though.
but yeah, like there's just something about
No,
it,
I
right?
hear
Like
that.
it's just all about family. Like, yeah, like I said to one guest before, like sometimes I feel like I'm more family with my guests after like an hour than I am with my own family. Sometimes, you know, like you just feel this camaraderie.
I can
and
relate
this
to that.
connection.
Man.
So
Like
yeah,
you get a pretty serious connection with someone once you're doing any sort of art creation. Like it's just I don't know, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful process. I
totally,
love it.
man. Oh yeah,
Love it.
yeah,
I'll be in it for life.
yeah. Oh yeah, me too, man. Me too.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah, amen to that.
Wow.
Well, did you want to go in and play your song then?
Yeah, I'd love
It's
to.
a good time. Yeah,
Sure.
sweet. Well, yeah. Thanks again so much for coming, man. This is huge, and thank you, Scottie, as well.
I am here.
I hope you come back for sure. I think we're already talking about doing some more music here, possibly. So
Anytime.
once I get a better preamp, Right?
Oh,
I'm just fucking.
No, you have to be aware about your piercing.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. Cool, man. Well, yeah. All right. Geordie, any last thoughts?
Hey, happy day, man. Thank
Happy
you
day.
for coming. This is amazing.
Hell yeah.
Happy day.
happy day.
Yeah, man.
Happy day for
I love that story, man. You're inspirational, you know.
Definitely, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling positive energy right now.
Oh, right on.
Hell yeah.
Hey, me too, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna play us a song.
Go.
All right, man. Let's do this. All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Scottie Ziegler.
Joel Brown.
Let's
on
go.
The Poets Garden Podcast. I'm going to press stop.
Pulled it down, saw the old birch bum. I was looking dusty and gray. Sat down at the bar, had lost on my mind. Not much to say. Sometimes this world hits you in the worst kind of way. And sometimes the drink hits you on the worst kind of day. Then a strange man, uninvited man, came over and pulled up a seat. Reached in, put out some change from his pocket and ordered a drink. He said, hey man, my name's Lewis. Sorry to interrupt, but you look like you're feeling down. Let me tell you something someone once told me. Different pub, different town. He said, you're never too old, never let it go. Dream another dream. You lend a hand, remember where you stand, not where you should be. You don't know what you did or done, yet to make you feel oh so blue. My name's Lewis, sorry to bother you. Lewis leaned over, said you look like me when I was 23. Yeah, I used to sip shine, used to love wrecking my mind. Used to do it 7 nights a week. 7 nights a week. Yeah, I thought I blew it all on alcohol. Quick shot of feeling tall. It's just what I believe. It's what I believe. Then I got feeling so down, so lost, and tossed around. I sat down all alone, pulled into a dive off the foul. Some old fella, he thought I should know. He said, you're never too old to set another goal, dream another dream. You don't lend a hand, remember where you stand, not where you should be. You don't know what you did or done, yet to make you feel oh so blue. My name's Lewis, sorry to bother you.
The Poets Garden Podcast is produced and recorded by me, James Donnelly, at the Poets Garden Studio in Mission, BC. You can subscribe and rate us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and almost everywhere else. You can also find us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. To avoid potential legal action, the Poets Garden Podcast is not sponsored by the Penny Coffee Shop, yet. So next time you're in Mission, stop by the Penny for a coffee or a gluten-free brownie and say you heard about them on the Poets Garden Podcast. Thank you for listening.